Hi listeners, welcome to my channel. The full moon at 27°26' of Aries that we just experienced triggered a 2-week process of pathway to undaunted faith in pursuits of one's ideal. It's obsessive, powerful, neurotic, foolhardy, brimming with combative energy, yet braving a self-assured smile. Today we talk of its energy that we would experience over the course of next 2 weeks in a podcast format. It's the nature of the beast. She doesn't like ordinary and is pacing relentlessly, bound in the water elements of moon, where she is visibly uneasy. She is Aries Moon and she has the brilliant acuity of the mind, but she's always just 1 inch away from tipping over, because she cannot stand even a moment in time which becomes vaguely fake or stale by overliving it. So she does what seems sensible in that moment. She skips that moment and she moves to the next. To someone who watches her, it's tiresome to see her reinvent herself every second of life and skipping from one interest to another, but what they cannot see is her perspective is continuously changing. She is life's force, so she is living it fully, the very definition of reservoirs of energy. So she was given all of it to experience it all. She was not born to beat something to death and then decimate stale energy and stale knowledge outside. She was meant to show that we all hold within us the ability to act, to create our own happiness, to go after what fires us up. Even if that means we need to try many things and quickly recover from many falls and many wounds. The sensations are so vivid to her. There is not an inch of doubt in what she feels. The energy so uncontainable that she must act. The need for freedom so ingrained in her DNA that she has to be different. It all comes out as bad temper or bad disposition to the nosity parts of the world. And yes, she invents her own words. She doesn't know why. But she knows she's right. It happens so fast, it's tough to explain that impulse. And let's admit it, it's boring to explain our impulses. We just do it because we care for what others think, and she does not. So she doesn't. And while we are at it, goodbye advice, you are not the boss of me, she says, even if you're trying to help. Because to her, help is just power and authority dressed in pretty please clothes. I am now going to give way to her voice because she goes on. Excuse her language, she has no filters. I know there is a world beyond this judgment of the eye, and I aim to create it and live in it, not because I care for those judgments, but because they slow me down. They slow down my pace with people throwing their self-doubts my way, hoping combating with me will validate them. And I know I attract you all, because when I live in my truth, it starts calling you to yours. And in your inertia and golden cages, you don't like how uneasy it makes you feel. But that's the nature of how I was created. I'm meant to lead by making that part of you that does not let you brave through hurt so much that you cannot stand that inertia anymore. I am just being me, attracting all those parts of you for a fight that don't like to push through to the other side. I irk you, not really. I just provoke you. I provoke you to make you recognize that you are missing out by not being shamelessly in love with what you are and who you are about to become. so helplessly tantalized by the ideal that I don't see these daily nags as showstoppers. No, I don't look at how someone else failed in what way, or how another person got rich or poor or happy or sad. If it's been done already, it's anyways not worth my time or space. I have an impulse, and I am it. It's called an original idea. Try it sometimes. As I said, I am going to provoke you. Slow down, slow down, slow down, think through, says the world. Yes, think through, but someone has to be the one who has to do it. I am it. I am impractical. I am impulsive. I am passionate. I am brilliant. I am a creator. I am a headstrong manifester. I am not here to coddle you to make you feel better in any weakness or in failure. I'm here to tell you sometimes you need to just do things to know if they are for you or not. Sometimes you have to call your inner self, your inner Aries Moon, to assert yourself, to ask for what you rightfully deserve. Sometimes you have to just decide. In war, the one who takes the decisions wins, instead of the one who always tries to get it right. I come in people's life when they are searching for the strength to decide. When they have been sitting for too long on something, looking for that spark, that push out of inertia, when they're tired of keeping everyone happy yet not satisfying anyone, least of all themselves, when they forget that being at peace comes from within and not from external efforts of peacemaking, that being honest about who we are is the starting point of peace in relationships. Because we cannot effectively merge with anyone else if we are not well integrated within. When we are not living our true nature, we cannot live in truth with anyone else. Pluto planted an honest seed in me in April, and I'm here to blossom it. By translating my inner alignment with external positive directional action, and I know they would change my relationships. I would not stand for the passive-aggressive behavior trying to put me back in the box because I don't fit the definition of others, for I have not yet defined me. I am yet to be discovered and cannot hence be branded or named by anybody else. I would not be weighed down by the guilt of the past or the indecision of the future. I don't plan to become the oppressor from the oppressed, though I know the intensity that I'm bringing, I would need to walk that thin line of being the oppressor or being oppressed. Pluto has taught me to not ignore my own temper tantrums. Those so-called temper tantrums, even though others see them as needing growth, they are my impulses. They are my impulses unattended, unaddressed, and every time I let them die in name of temper tantrums, with them die my nerves of intuition too. It doesn't mean I would follow each of my impulses, but I would not let balance be the reason to diminish my true self and strength of my senses. I look at life as an adventure, from one spark to another. So if that belief in your life that you had as a child has left you, I will irk the hell out of you to reignite it. Because we would be grubby, we would be impatient till we are happy and elated, working towards a refreshing possibility in life. My dynamic restlessness is within you and I see it, but I'm not here to coddle your way to it. I'm here to inject an arsenal of adrenaline in your behind so you cannot sit till you get it. I challenge you, your guts. I dare your sense of self, even ego, by throwing truth bombs your way. I don't have to say it. That's Mercury's job, and she's sitting daintily in polite Libra who's staring me down while I light this fire. No one's going to say to you, because they're all being their Libra self in their voices and actions, trading true intimacy which comes from truth for longevity in relationships. But I'm in you as your emotions, your intuition, as that restlessness you cannot seem to quiet. I won't let you sleep, let you rest, till you see me, till you feel me, till you chase me and go where you're meant to go where others don't step. Because there is no path, no picket fences, no clean roads, no paved guidelines. It scares some that there is no roadmap to where we would go, but it excites me. It excites me because I get to write my own rules. I get to find the shortest, surest, the most direct way to where I'm meant to be. I'm here to start the spark, not sustain it, not elevate it. My fellow fire friends, Leo and Sagittarius moons, will do that, and I love them for it. That's why we are a team. But I don't aim to form a gang, a network, or even motivate anyone. Though I know when I would be myself, I would encourage many more to be the same. This adrenal is infectious. Your adrenal is infectious. It's the reason people who won't lift a finger in real life get a rush from seeing strangers play on screen. This fight is yours as much as the inspiration can be acquired. This is a fight you have to fight alone. Here you're not competing against anyone. This is you trying to beat your own old self, raising your own standards, drawing on your own resources, speaking your mind, taking a tough, daunting call. As well as being surprised how quickly it all comes along when you take that decisive step. But as a creator, it all would be easier if you believed in your own inner strength to pull it through. So why don't I just tell you where I'm taking you? There is no strategy here. I am not a Scorpio moon. I'm not telling you because I don't know. I just don't know. This is a feeling. This full moon is a feeling, not a fact. The feeling that you can be more. The feeling that you're meant to be elsewhere. To be doing something more brave. I don't know the rationale behind these feelings. I'm not meant to question them. I'm meant to trust them. Because they have rarely failed me. There are no guarantees in life. I'm telling you, doing is the only way you would know where you're meant to go. I'm telling you, once you start, you will find the resources and you will find the right path and the destination, because I know that's how it works. I know because I've done it so many times. I'm telling you that your courage will take you to heights where your caution cannot even imagine to go. I'm telling you what you already know. Till you do not follow your independent path, you would be fulfilling someone else's destiny, and I will keep making you feel bad about it. Whenever you will relinquish your chance to be yourself, your chance at finding happiness, adventure, sense of fulfillment on your own terms, whenever you fake ass on yourself, I will keep you up at nights. As soon as you would step into that ring where you're meant to be, instead of sitting on the sideline, you would forget all excuses, all nags of daily encumbrances, all seemingly never-ending debt you owe to everybody else in your life. In moments like these, I would make you run your physical body to the ground with over-exhaustion, but it would still be exhilarating. Goals and success would inspire you. Set them all over your walls and windows where you could see them. Celebrate them, because you need those to keep you going. Plan for the next hour, not for the next day, not for the next month, not for the next year. Create an urgency, a rush to get it all done. Rush would fuel the rush. Though, as Pluto has taught me, I would stay off quick, frivolous thrills. The move fast and break things done wrongly. But the shadow that has long casted of self-doubt, of fear, of self-imposed timidity, it will give way to vitality, decisiveness, resourcefulness, enterprising positive force which was waiting within you to be called for. Order is born from chaos, not from inertia or stillness. To feel whole sometimes, we need to tip the balance. To see your own unique shadow, you would need to cast yourself off from a net you seemingly are stuck in. And taking that first seemingly tough step is everything, and that's why I am here. Not to take your hand before you jump in, but to kick your behind into action. Anger sometimes is better than fear. Frustration from status quo sometimes is better than doubts. Laughing off our failed adventures is better than wallowing in wounds or not moving at all. Getting urged to prove yourself is better than secretly hoping to be discovered by somebody. Choose your own poison to draw out the heroic version of you. He or she doesn't have to be right at the moment. He or she doesn't have to get it right now. He or she just needs to dare to show up. That's what I have for you. I'll see you in the next reading now. Thank you.